Let me get straight to the point. Cricket World Cup 2023 is a joke. Yes, it's a joke, and I am not even saying World Cup 2023 is going to be a joke. World Cup 2023 is already a joke, and here are the reasons why. Number 1, horrible anthem. Don't worry, I won't be showing the clips from the anthem, neither I will be using the actual image of the anthem. Because this anthem has already forced many paralyzed people to wake up from their bed and turn off the video. I mean, what is even this? Is this a sports World Cup or a Bollywood movie? And the major problem is not that this anthem is bad. What makes this horrible is its presentation. There is not a single scene of cricket in this music video. Instead of showcasing the iconic cricketing moments from past World Cups, the makers decided to torture the audience by showing a bunch of people dancing like they are in a local pub. This music video doesn't give the vibe of a cricket World Cup. There is a link given in the description where there is a fan-made version of this World Cup anthem, and trust me, it looks far better than what the makers of this song gave us. From 𝗖𝗿𝗶𝗰𝗸𝗲 to 𝗪cie𝗿𝗶𝗲𝗃 to Bob's Beat to this crap. We have definitely come a long way. Looking at the football songs like Magic in the Air, Waka Waka Cup of Life, Waving Flag just makes me so jealous of football fans. Number 2, Childish Mascots. Don't worry, I won't be showing the mascots either because I don't want to ruin your day. I myself don't plan to talk much about that Childish Mascot. I mean, what is wrong with 𝗪cie and 𝗵𝗍? Why are they not taking the advertisements of World Cup seriously? Is it because they know only Indians are excited for this World Cup and Indians doesn't care how the advertisement looks, so they are just saving more and more money by making all this crap? And this is not even original. This is a straight rip of the adventures of the Shark Boy and Lava Girl. No wonder why they copied it from a flop movie. They thought no one will notice if they rip it off from a flop movie. I don't understand what exactly is the problem. I definitely believe it's not money or time. Maybe the reason I mentioned above that Indians don't care about hospitality and advertisements. The organizers are making sure that more and more money is saved for them. Tell me what is problem in creating a mascot like Super Victor, Gritty Zakumi, Philly Fanatic? What is wrong in creating these mascots? These mascots have the unique ability to capture the essence of their respective sports events. I wonder even kids will like that or not. Now I know that at this point lot of you have started calling this video a garbage because bad anthem and bad mascot doesn't affect the entertainment provided by a sports event by any means. But now I am about to bring a point that no matter what you can't deny that is not a reason why 2023 World Cup is a joke. While India might be buzzing with excitement, cricket loving, and the nations at the peak of real cricketing history like Australia, South Africa, England, and New Zealand seem not at all interested, the hype is nowhere to be found in any of the countries except India, and I am not the one saying this. There are tons of people online who live in these countries and stated and people in their country are not at all aware about the World Cup being held this year. And why is that? It's all because of ICC's over-priority to India and lack of interest for other countries along with poor management of 𝗵𝗍. In other sports or even the previous World Cups where the schedule was released 6-7 months ago, in this World Cup that same has been done 2 months before the World Cup. But why does it matter that when is the schedule released? That doesn't seem to affect the viewer's experience. You don't know, mate. It does. Only people in India accepts this much amount of horrible management. Fans eagerly wait for major tournaments and plan their schedules, vacations, and ticket purchases accordingly. A late schedule release disrupts these arrangements, potentially causing frustration and disappointment. This leads to a decrease in fan engagement and attendance. The more you frustrate fans, the more their will to watch the event dies. Another point, teams participating in the tournament need to plan their training, practice matches, and travel schedules well in advance. Late scheduling can disrupt their preparations and affect the overall quality of play in the tournament. Journalists covering the event need time to prepare for the event, including arranging travel and coverage plans. A delayed schedule causes difficulties in their ability to provide comprehensive coverage. Late releasing of the tournament affects its global reach. A late schedule release can disrupt the plans of international fans, making it harder for them to attend or follow the tournament. ICC have no idea how much it can affect the viewership. The lack of advertisement and promotion for the 2023 Cricket World Cup in cricket superpowers like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and England can have dire results for the future of the sport. It diminishes the global reach and popularity. As these nations form a significant part of the sport's global following, neglecting these markets results in reduced interest and enthusiasm, potentially curtailing cricket's expansion. Secondly, poor promotion affects sponsorship and revenue. Major cricket events rely heavily on sponsorships, and sponsors seek to associate their brands with successful and widely followed tournaments. When key cricketing nations are overlooked, sponsors may reconsider their involvement, impacting the financial stability of future events. Additionally, a decline in promotion hampers grassroots development in cricket, undermining the sport's future. Lastly, it raises doubts about the competence of organizing bodies and may deter future hosting bids. As if this was not enough, ICC and BCCI decided that they will hold World Cup during the Rugby World Cup. By any chance, if you don't know, rugby is extremely popular in England, South Africa, New Zealand, and Australia. And due to falling interest of cricket in these countries, the Rugby World Cup is a bigger tournament for them now. Do you even know how horrible this decision is? Scheduling Cricket World Cup with Rugby World Cup forces fans to make choices, potentially leading to a decline in cricket viewership. Fans may prioritize rugby, particularly if their national rugby team is in contention. This competition for viewership affects stadium attendance, TV ratings, and online engagement during cricket matches. And this is not it. Media will also cover rugby over cricket as it is more global and more hyped. It's kinda weird that when Football World Cup takes place, then the entire world knows that Football World Cup is taking place, but when there is Cricket World Cup, its participants itself don't know it's taking place. I can't even imagine the amount of error there are in organizing the World Cup, Extended Asia Cup. And we are not even halfway through the video, it's only the third point. I had covered the most important part of the video on third because I knew most of you will end the video right now if I didn't mention this point. The fourth problem is about the issue of limited teams in international cricket tournaments, specifically the Cricket World Cup, has been a huge concern. The debate revolves around the ICC's reluctance to expand the game beyond a select group of teams. In the case of the 2023 World Cup having only 10 teams, with 50% of them originating from one region, raises questions. It's hard to label it a World Cup when such a significant portion of participants hails from one area. Furthermore, the inclusion of teams like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan, who struggle to compete at the highest level and can't even give proper attendance, makes their presence extremely useless in the events. This is partly due to the trash qualifying format used by the ICC, which ensures their presence in the tournament despite their lack of competitiveness. This not only dilutes the competition but also results in lower attendance and fan interest. Adding to the problem is the predictability of favorites. In almost every tournament, it's the same handful of teams, India, England, New Zealand, Australia, and sometimes Pakistan, that are considered front runners. With fewer teams in the tournament, it's almost as if the World Cup is a private club for a select few. This loop pattern leaves cricket fans craving the kind of excitement seen in sports like football, where you have a more extensive pool of at least 8 to 10 favorites and 7-8 underdogs guaranteed to cause upsets. The 2023 Extended Asia Cup struggles to provide the diverse and exhilarating experience that fans enjoy in other major sports events. The call for a more inclusive and competitive global cricketing landscape remains unanswered, leaving enthusiasts longing for a more vibrant and unpredictable World Cup. So we are finally at the last stop of this video. The fifth point that makes 2023 Cricket World Cup the biggest joke tournament of all time in history of sports is the troubling combination of corruption, carelessness, and mismanagement. The entire cricketing world is well aware of the so-called political rivalry disguised as a cricket rivalry of India-Pakistan. Unfortunately, rather than focusing on the spirit of the game, the ICC and BCCI appear more interested in extracting every possible penny from this rivalry. An example of this money-driven approach is the sky-high ticket prices, particularly for the India vs Pakistan match. Tickets for this clash have reached astronomical heights, with some reaching an astonishing $6,078. To put this into perspective, even FIFA World Cup final tickets are not this outrageously priced. The consequence of this financial greed is that even the host nation's citizens find themselves unable to afford attending these matches, yet the problems don't stop there. The ticket sales process has been marred by chaos. People are struggling to secure tickets, facing frequent website crashes, long waits, and frustration. Despite having ample time and resources, the BCCI's management of this crucial aspect has been far from excellent. Furthermore, the stadiums themselves are not adequately prepared for the World Cup. The Rajiv Gandhi Stadium lacks a roof, leaving spectators exposed to the elements. In Delhi, the legendary outdated cricket stadium, with its century-old under-construction stand, remains untouched. Meanwhile, the boundaries in Bangalore and Kolkata are astonishingly small. In this disheartening scenario, one can't help but wonder where the ICC was during the preparation process. As the 2023 Cricket World Cup unfolds, it becomes painfully clear that the tournament's mismanagement, financial focus, and infrastructure shortcomings have overshadowed the spirit of cricket itself, leaving fans disillusioned and disappointed. As we come to the end of this video, I want to share the sentiments that echo in the hearts of countless true cricket fans. This World Cup feels, for lack of a better word, useless. The excitement has waned, and my once unwavering passion for the sport has dwindled. I don't think Indians should celebrate if they emerge as victorious in a tournament where the same countries participate every time, and even their own citizens aren't interested. What's become glaringly evident is the prevalence of horrendous management and advertisements overshadowing the beauty of the sport itself. I find myself wishing for the days when cricket was about the sheer joy of the game, not the insatiable greed that seems to drive it now. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if India wins the World Cup and after few days the news comes that the World Cup was rigged after all this state of affairs. It's disheartening to witness a sport that once united nations and inspired millions now reduced to a shadow of its former glory.